Hey guys, thank you for clicking on today's video. I am giving very much, I don't even know, like I'm just cute. But today I decided that I'm going to add a little bit of razzle dazzle and answer 21 questions so you guys can get to know me a little better.
What is your name, place, hey? From DaNai.
So we're going to be doing my makeup. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. Probably something neutral, but glam. So the weirdest dream that I've ever had will probably have to be a dream that reoccurs all the time. Especially when I was little. It doesn't really happen as often these days, but basically like I would be at a familiar house, whether it had been like an old childhood home or something like that, and I would leave to go like to the store, and when I would come back, the house would be gone. And it would be the same neighborhood. You would have the same like houses that are next door, but that house would be completely gone. The lot would be empty, and I'm not exactly sure where that comes from. So like if it occurs now, I usually relate it to like anxiety. So whatever's going on in my life, if I'm like worried about something, that's normally the dream that I would have. Like that would freak me out. It was so stressful. Like, where is my house? Well, this isn't a tutorial, but I will show y'all the products that I'm using because I'm not putting them down in nobody's description. I'm taking the P. Louise base that I always take, and this is in the shade 05, and I'm just putting that all over my lid. If I could travel to any year in a time machine, it would probably be the 70s, and I would be a teenager. And mostly because of the fashion and stuff like that. I just feel like everybody was so happy, and you know, they probably weren't, but I feel like peace was more important than money at that time. I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it. I would love to be a teenager growing up in the 70s. Okay? That it would have to be how irritable I get. Like, I'm super patient when it comes to kids, but these adults, like a child, like, what are you doing? I do feel like it stresses me a lot because I let things get to me so much. My favorite movie to watch over and over and over and over and over and over and over again has to be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Every time I say that, people are like, what is that? And I'm so surprised. Like, I feel like if you're really into film, this is a movie that you have seen because it has like crazy edits, like crazy transitions and things like that. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's really good. It's one of Jim Carrey's like more serious moments. I'm not even sure when it came out. I know it's old though, but basically he fell in love with this girl that he met, and everything was going good, and then out of nowhere she just didn't know who the fuck he was, but it was because she had erased him from her memory. Clementine was very relatable. Like, she was just over a lot of stuff. After he found out the procedure that she had, he was like, fuck that. Like, I'm about to go get the same thing done. Like, fuck you. We're through. Who are you? I don't know who you are anymore. Like, it's a done deal. But as you're going through the process, all of your memories are like right in front of your face. And he was just like, I can't do this, child. I love seeing comedians in more serious roles, and Jim Carrey just did a phenomenal job. My favorite season is probably spring or summer. I like it hot. I live in Michigan, so we have like really bad winters, and I'm a summer baby anyways. I was born in June, so I just love the sun. Like, I don't know, I really love the sun. And when it's cold outside, the sun be hiding, because she don't like it either. Like, who? Like, I just don't understand. I just want to be in a house when it's winter time. Okay, yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing. I know I wanted to do like a dark smoked out type of thing, so I'm just putting down this black eyeliner pencil from Wet n Wild. I don't know why I looked at it. I know what it is, and that's just gonna be like my guideline to where I'm gonna put my black eyeshadow. I'm using this black eyeshadow from the Warrior 2 palette from Juvia's Place. Just putting it on top. My biggest fear is probably losing my memory. Like, I don't know, because it's so sad when you're on the other end of the spectrum. Like, you're talking to someone who has lost their memory and they don't know who you are. That's sad, but just imagine the person who forgot who you are. Like, they're probably feeling hopeless. Like, okay, I'm making you feel bad. I feel terrible because I just don't know who you are, and you're trying to make me remember who you are, and I just don't remember. Like, I'm gonna take this brown warm shade to kind of blend it out some. And I probably need a smaller brush, but we'll see. My favorite food of all time is potatoes. Like, I absolutely love potatoes. There's so many different forms. Like, there's so many different ways you can eat potatoes, so many different spices you can try. And then of course you just got the type of potato. We got fries, we got mashed potatoes, we got loaded potatoes, baked potatoes, we got tater tots, hash browns, diced potatoes, breakfast potatoes. I love potatoes. My calm attitude, like, yeah, like I said earlier, I do struggle with my patience with adults, but I am really good at staying calm in hectic situations. Like, I can't afford to be stressed out, and that's how I look at it. Like, I truly cannot afford to be stressed out, and I need to apply that to my lack of patience. Freaking out is not gonna do anything but stress you out, and it might prolong a situation. Like, when you're calm, you have like a more clear head and you can think and try to problem solve, or you know, whatever's going on, but you can just process it better, you know. Anything that you have to wait for snow to do. So I do not like ice skating, I don't like sledding, anything of that nature. Leave me at home, please. Like, I love being outside, but not when it's cold. I cannot do it. I can't. A bad habit that I've had that I've been able to overcome is probably procrastination. Definitely procrastination. Yeah, I struggled with that for a lot of my like early 20s. Like, after high school, I was pretty much done with rules and structure and things like that, and then my life became pretty chaotic, and I just became like the biggest control freak of all time. My to-do list have like times by them, so when to start them, when to be done, and like, you know, when to move on to the next project. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy life to live, but you know, it's definitely a lifestyle, and it's a choice for sure. Like, you know, it works for me right now. It does work for me. And then I'm gonna take another warm brown, just like a shade up. I'm just gonna put that right on top just to blend it out even more. I really want to travel the world. Like, I know that sounds super cliche, but I've always wanted to travel, and I want to do it in like stages. Like, I definitely want to have like my little backpack stage or phase, because I love camping, I love hiking, I don't mind walking for hours, so I would really love to backpack. I just want to see the world. I feel like all these things are basic, but I want to go skydiving to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I feel like that's pretty obtainable. So there you go. Those 3 things are on my bucket list. I'm not going to use the eyeshadow. I'm just going to put my setting powder on top of it so I can keep that color. Oh my goodness. So when I was in 5th grade, I was super shy, and my 5th grade teacher decides that I'm going to be class valedictorian, and I had to tell my mom about it, but I didn't want to tell her because then that meant I had to do it. So I went back to my teacher the next day and I was like, yeah, she said no. She said I can't do it. So then, I don't know if it was that same day or the next day, but she definitely called my mama And I had to give a speech at my 5th grade graduation. I did not want to do that. Like, why did she make me do that? Like, what? I felt like that was child abuse. So I'm just taking this black and going in where I lost some color, and then of course just applying it. I guess my biggest pet peeve about social media is the influence that it has on people. Like, social media shouldn't tell you how to think, you know? It shouldn't be that much of an influence in your life. Like, yes, we can learn a lot of things from social media, but it should not form your personality. And I feel like people just take it way too seriously, and it's not that deep. So I put my lashes on. I'm gonna finish up my eyes after I do my face. So the primer I'm using is from e.l.f. It's the Tone Adjusting Primer. This has been featured in multiple videos of mine. It's one of my favorite primers. My favorite color to wear is definitely black. Like, I just like the way it looks, and you can never go wrong with black. You can make it look super stylish with minimal effort, I feel like. Like, it's just a classy color. I mean, I know black isn't technically a color, but it's my color. For foundation, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is the matte and poreless one. And I am in the shade 335. My favorite dessert is ice cream. I love sweets. I've been super in love with that. I don't even know how to pronounce the company, like Talenti or something like that. It starts with a T, but they have this really good cookies and cream ice cream. And I've never been a fan of cookies and cream. I don't really like white chocolate, but it's so good. If I had a kid and it was up to me to name it, and it didn't have anything to do with either parent's names, it would probably be Shy, which I've always loved, or Sailor. I love Sailor. I think that's super cute. But if my husband wants the name, like if he wants a Junior, or if he wants the names to be like similar to ours, like if I got to pick like a D name, I would go with Darren, whether it's a boy or a girl. I think that's cute. I think Darren is really cute for a girl, because I've never met a girl Darren, and I love names that are used like in a unisex way, like Jalen or Ryan or Jordan. I really, really like Darren. So I'm going to start highlighting my face. So I'm going to use the LA Pro Conceal in Fawn, I think. If it's in Fawn, and then the Won't Stop Concealer by NYX, and I never actually knew this shade. It's in beige. I feel like I'm a pretty simple girl. I want stability, security, and happiness. I feel like those are obtainable. It's not like super delusional or anything, right? I don't know. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, I'm taking my concealer that's close to my skin color and putting it down first to actually conceal, and then I'm going to use that lighter shade to highlight. I feel like the worst part about being single is knowing that time is still moving, like time is still going on. I don't know. I mean, because time moves whether you're single or not. And I just feel like, you know, like I want to get married and stuff, and I want to have kids, and I've always kind of been like that. So the fact that I am single and time is still moving and I'm slowly approaching the 30s club, I think that's the not so fun part of it. Okay, so now we're going into one of my favorite parts, and that is contouring. And I'm just taking this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Rich Chocolate. Looks like this. And I'm just going to bring some warmth into my face. I like to put it on the back of my hand because a little goes a long way, and it's so easy to apply too much of this product. how do you get over a breakup? I feel like everybody is different. With me, and this is with anything in life, like I kind of ride until the wheels fall off type thing. So when it comes to relationships, ride until the wheels fall off, you kind of are already getting over it as it's ending. Like, you know that it's ending, so I don't know, you kind of have time to process everything. I don't know, I suck at that type of advice because I feel like I'm not like I'm kind of different. I would say just stay busy, and I don't mean stay busy with another body. I mean just take some time to figure some things out. Like, why didn't it work? Don't play the blame game. Like, try to see, you know, your faults in it, because every experience is a learning experience, and you can learn something from anything, okay? So instead of playing a blame game, try to figure out your faults within a relationship, so those are things you can work on while you're single. There's always room for self-improvement. Even if the relationship was like sucky or whatever, you can take a lot from that. Ask yourself, was I my best self with that person? Like, what can I do as a person to have better relationships? Because everything is not everybody's fault all the time, you know? And again, nobody's perfect, so try to figure out what you did wrong. And it's not so you can do it better in the next relationship. That's a plus. It's so you're practicing self-awareness, you're practicing discipline, and you are doing your shadow work. Like, you're working on yourself so history doesn't repeat itself. Like, of course we cannot control everything that happens in our lives, but you can definitely control what type of people you let into your life and how you let them in. What are you doing? Every experience can be a learning experience. It just depends on your perception of it, I guess. I'm just taking my DaNai banana setting powder, and I also use that on my eyes too. That was a setting powder that I used. And I'm just going in and setting every place that I've highlighted. I'm taking my contour palette from Black Radiance, and I'm actually gonna mix the contour in a sculpting shade just to set my contour. And then I'm gonna wipe this powder off of my face so I can do my nose. When I do makeup and somebody tears up, I can't even get mad because I do the same thing. I'm taking my blush palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm taking the same two blushes that I use every single time that I do my makeup. I'm just gonna apply that to the apples of my cheeks. All right, so we have one more question. I would rather love and lose than to not love at all. Because honestly, if you're not losing in love, you're gonna lose somewhere else in life, because that's just life. I want to continue experiencing love. Like, you should love in all of your relationships, you know? So what's the point of these relationships if you aren't loving them? Whether it be your parents or your siblings or a significant other or a pet. Like, why would you not want to experience love? I would rather receive and give love than to just not experience it at all. Like, to me, that's pretty nuts. For highlighter, I'm taking the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to use Hot Sand as my highlighter today. I love highlighter. Like, it just completes the look to me. Like, it just makes everything, it just ties everything together. To finish up the look, we need to do a lip. So for my lip, I feel like I just want to do a nude, which is like my comfort. So I'm going to use the Lip Bars Low Key, and also I'm taking the NYX Lingerie in a 07. This used to be my favorite shade of all time. I just kind of stopped using it. And then for my gloss, I'm using the Butter Gloss from NYX, and it's in Butterscotch. This is my favorite. I like putting butterscotch on top of any nude that I use. All right, y'all, so this is the finished look. I think it's really cute. I hope you guys learned a little something about me today. I don't want to be a stranger that you watch. I'm very cool, very relaxed. I don't do drama. Like, if you are disturbing my peace, you have to get removed. And if I have to do it physically, then so be it. I'm just kidding. I get somebody else to do it. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.